I'm Bruce Lorincz, and this show is called Bruce on the Loose. I'm here in downtown Wadsworth, and we're here at Uniquely Handmade for You, a store that's been open just a couple months, and we're going to go in and talk to the owners and see why they selected Wadsworth and what items they have within. Inside, Uniquely Handmade for You, with Deneen Scherzer, Kurt Cruiser, David and Haley, and Marley Cruiser. She is the protector of all the fine items here. How long did it take you and David to come up with the idea of opening a store, handmade items here in Wadsworth?
Well, we kind of kicked it. I was thinking about it for quite a while, a couple of years, and then I finally presented it to my husband, and from there, probably a good 8 months.
At least, yes.
Yeah, 8 months.
And did you have someone maybe you could depend on to give you suggestions and ideas also of this decision?
Yes, I was in the Cleveland Craft Nook, which is located in North Royalton. And the owners there, Todd and Lisa Allen, were very helpful. They helped us know exactly like what permits we needed, if any, gave us our business model and everything.
And what about contacts of artists in the area? I imagine that was quite a chore to line up all the people needed to go ahead and have items here to purchase.
Well, I have been doing my crafts for quite a while, so I had a lot of contacts, and then a lot of contacts through the Craft Nook, through other craft shows, and then putting a notice out on Facebook that we were opening up the show. I had an online form that people filled out, and then I contacted and did interviews.
David, what about the research? I would imagine this task took some time again to you're from Northeast Ohio, but Wadsworth is kind of out of the way and has some opportunities here. What research did you do?
Well, there was a lot of research involved, but of course Wadsworth is the fastest growing city in Medina County. The average household income is growing. The schools are fantastic, so we're anticipating the continued growth. Plus, we met with people at the Chamber of Commerce here, Janie, and with Adrian at Main Street Wadsworth before we made a final decision. And this was definitely the community for us.
Well, and we also came down as tourists and kind of went around and visited all the different restaurants and establishments and talked to a lot of people on the streets.
So all that really went into your decision making. Was any other city in the running? Was there any town close to all the attributes Wadsworth has?
Not really.
No.
It really, the tagline of the community unmatched really did present itself in that fashion. We looked at a lot of different communities, looking at, I think we went to about 7 or 8 different communities before we did settle on Wadsworth.
And David, how long did it take to stock and have it ready to, and you've only been open for a couple months.
Correct. We actually took the keys to this building in mid-March, and we opened up on June 1st. So it was a whirlwind process. We had 3 days off during that time frame in between early March and June 1st, and we averaged, maybe 15, 16-hour days.
Lots of late nights.
Lots of late nights.
Haley, were you involved in the getting this facility open for the public?
Not much, actually. I was in Findlay in college during the time of most of this process, so I basically got to come here when it opened up.
But she has been a great help with all the technology and computer and getting everybody's products inputted into the computer system, because everybody is a store inside of our store.
And our son, who does HVAC and maintenance at the Key Tower downtown Cleveland, He was very instrumental in helping us get a lot of the maintenance and mechanical things
Up and
ready,
running.
up and running, and ready for opening as well.
So Haley, I bet you're really proud of your parents. That you took your brother's expertise, your expertise,
Yeah.
and they all melded it together, and here we are.
Yeah, I'm really proud of them. I know that my mom especially has been thinking about this for a while. And with my dad's previous job, it's just so nice to actually see him relax. I can be prouder of them too.
All right.
All right. Well, Dan, tell us, we're in the kind of this where we first come in. What are some of the items you might point out in this area?
Well, this is where mainly the food is at. We've got honey, we've got maple syrup, we have cotton candy, which what's amazing about this cotton candy is that this is made by a 15-year-old boy who decided to open up his own business. I mean, how great is that? We also have Champions chocolates, which they are known everywhere, and the chocolate is so good. We've got jellies, we've got sauces. We have adult Capri Suns made by the Boozy Blonde. All you do is you can make it virgin style and have it with Sprite or ginger ale, but it's best with wine or alcohol. And it's got, you just pour it in there, shake it up, and you've got your straw, and you're on your way. We've got the glazed peanuts, pecans, almonds, and cashews from Michael's, which those are awesome. We've got macaroons, and V with Just Eat the Cookie. Her cookies are amazing, and not only do they look good, but they taste good, and you're not biting into a brick. It's such a hard combination to find with these decorative cookies. We have an amazing chainmail person. She does a lot of costumes for, is it Comic-Con? Cosplay. I mean, just amazing, the time that takes. I also have, if you don't mind, I'll go over here, local Ohio authors. This one, her name is Danielle Renee Wallace, wrote her first novel when she was 14 years old. She is now 19 years old, and she has a whole series. This is geared a little bit more towards middle school, high school, college-age kids, and my daughter's been reading it, and it's really written well and really captures the attention of the reader. We also have cake pops and fancy wine glasses and pints and whiskey. Yes, they're sandblasted. They can go in to the dishwasher. These will not come off. These aren't etched. These are actually sandblasted on. We have Black Flag coffee, which everybody knows from the farmer's market, which is really good. I also found saucy sides from the farmer's market. So almost everybody that we have 105 local artists and makers, are from Wadsworth, Northeast Ohio. And they're all very talented, and they've all honed their skills.
David, we just touched on it a minute ago, and before the show, we talked about something for everyone.
Yes, there is certainly something for everybody here. We have everything from chocolate-covered potato chips to live edge wood. We have chain mailing, we have embroidery, we have scented candles, we have
Clocks.
just clocks, we have steampunk lamps, you name it, we have it. And everything is handmade by a local artist and maker, so no matter what you purchase at our store, you are helping support a local family.
And Danita also mentioned about the market on Saturday,
Yes.
farmer's market. I'm sure you have some extra people come in for that.
Absolutely. We extend our hours during Farmers Market Saturdays. We open up at 9 o'clock on Farmers Market Saturdays to accommodate all the extra foot traffic that is in downtown and Main Street Wadsworth. And yes, absolutely, it is a gigantic boon. There's a lot going on in downtown and especially on Main Street. in between First Fridays and the farmers markets and all the other events that are going on, the foot traffic has been absolutely amazing. We've been very fortunate that our sales in June were beyond our expectations, and they grew in July. And we are really, really doing great, and we're off to a fantastic start, and we couldn't be happier than the location we've chose here in Wadsworth.
Haley, have you ever worked a First Friday? Is it
Yeah.
is it quite a few people looking at odds and ends, and
Yeah.
not from Wadsworth, are they? Really?
No. Yeah, no, it's crazy. We can have like people like stacked in every single room, and then you have like a line of people trying to get it like checked out. It's amazing.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we have looked at this particular area a little bit, and we will be back with a second segment just in a second. Hi, we're back with the show and uniquely handmade for you. And David, what about some of the neighbors, some of the businesses close by? Have they welcomed you here to downtown Wadsworth?
Very much so, very much so. Alexandries has been very welcoming, as well as, the Wadsworth Brewing Company Unwind, Opal Dragon, all
Ruby Moon, Perfect Match.
And Perfect Match Decor. We got quite a few of our decorative furniture pieces from them. We even now have some products that are from Rise and Grind and Wadsworth Brewing Company.
Yeah, that has to make you feel really good that you're welcomed, and you really feel one of the many team members here. And again, with the items, the events that Wadsworth has, what does the future look like? If you've been just open a few months, the future's bright.
The future is very bright. The future is definitely very bright. We've already shown sales growth, and we haven't even gotten into the fall and holiday shopping seasons yet. So, the sky's the limit at this point.
Denise, what have some of the comments come from some of your vendors? Have they noticed that you've had additional orders from them, and they really enjoy sending things to you in the store?
Oh, yes. My vendors are, well, I don't like to call them vendors. They're artists and makers.
Right.
Yes, they love the shop. They come in and visit frequently. They're having to replenish their stock very frequently. So everybody's happy. So, and we do custom orders. So, we have a lot of them that come and drop off the custom orders because, all a customer has to do is come in, let us know exactly what they want. Like, for example, this is one of our bottles. This is done by Glassmaster. And you can get this in basically any of the tumblers that they make, but you can personalize it. They can put names on the back, they can put whatever they want on the front, and it takes a couple weeks, and then you come back and you pick up your product. So, and just about every single person here does custom orders.
It sounds like the people have really embraced the store. The people of Wadsworth and surrounding communities, as we've talked about, have really embraced it. And they browse. Sometimes people browse, but they may come back in a couple of days and buy something, won't they?
We have a lot of people that do that. They'll come in, see what we have, and they're like, oh, I already know I'm coming back for Christmas, or, so-and-so's birthday is coming up, or I have to go measure something and I'll be back, So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
And oftentimes they bring their friends or family with them. They walk around. We have 6 rooms to shop in. And, they walk around the place and I'm like, wow, this place is amazing. I got to bring my sister. I got to bring, my neighbor. And that's true to form, they do. And I'd say the average person probably spends about 15, 20 minutes just walking around our store because there's just so much to see.
We can never minimize word of mouth, can we? It's really something that, you can't project how that will work. But really, in the end, a lot of people do that, and a lot of people, as you say, if they say it, they probably will come back and bring some other people.
All right, they absolutely have. They've tying along with the word of mouth, we already have over 1,400 likes on our Facebook page, which of course you are more than welcome to join along. with them and like our Facebook page as well. There's always something new here, and she is going to highlight.
Well, this is Lumber Frog, and this is an example of a request from a customer. They had a policeman one, and they asked if they could please do a fireman one. So now we are now carrying both policemen, firemen, and then we just had a request for a nurse. So they're going to start working on a nurse one. They also had a request for a fireman, for a couple that one's a fireman, one's a policeman, to have a duel. So they're working on that. So everything can be customized. So you can truly make a one-of-a-kind gift for somebody.
And the customers really feel good that their suggestion was followed through. You don't promise it'll be the next day, but down the road, if again you have the artist doing the work, and it's something that they will keep in their homes and really cherish.
Correct. And I mean, just the work, I mean, look at the detail and the workmanship on this. I mean, no, this is not going to be done overnight, but it's worth the wait, and this is not something that people are going to look at and think that it's handmade, which is true with most of with everybody here. I mean, it doesn't even look like it's handmade. People can't believe that it's handmade.
David, you focused on local people from the area and the state. Why did you do that?
Well, there is just such a wealth of talent here in Northeast Ohio, whether it just be the Akron and Wadsworth and Medina and Cleveland areas. There's just so many talented people, and especially after the COVID pandemic, a lot of the artists and makers were struggling with selling their products at traditional craft fairs. And so stores like this really give them an opportunity to show the community what they can do.
We have some other items here, ladies, and I'm kind of inquisitive of, looks like some dessert maybe?
No,
Is it,
these-
what? I'm ready for some dessert.
These are candles.
What?
And these are made by No Common Sense. Her name is Krista Davis. She's from Nova, Ohio. She makes her own molds, and she perfects I wish you could smell these through the camera. She perfects the smell. It smells exactly like the item. Then she goes through and she hand paints everything so that they are as realistic looking as she can possibly get them. I mean, here's a pie that has, I mean, the glaze, you would never know that this was a candle. French toast in an iron skillet, banana split. She has so many different ones back there. She has popcorn melts, and each kernel of popcorn is hand painted by her. For the men, there is the stogie and the wine and the whiskey. My son loves this one. He bought himself one. But I mean, they're just amazing. And I actually went. I did a show with her 3 years ago, and I went down the Facebook rabbit hole to find her, to invite her into my store, because I bought one for my daughter 3 years ago, and she hasn't lit it because it's too pretty. And 3 years later, it still smells like a brand new candle, and it still smells up the whole entire room when you walk in. And
Haley, we got a couple other things. Could you describe what a couple of those items may be?
So we have a local artist who makes like hand soaps, and she has utilized the Wadsworth Brewing Company to make it more local. And the one great thing about her soaps is they smell really good, and she grows every single ingredient herself. So she has a like greenhouse in her backyard, and she grows it and then puts it into her soap. And she also sells these down at the Wadsworth Brewing Company, and she incorporates their beers.
And Rise and Grind also.
Again,
Yeah.
there's the neighbors coming through again. David,
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
guys in a short period of time have put roots down and really had good relationship with many people.
Absolutely, ingratiating yourself to the local community is paramount, especially for a business like this, where we're all about community. That's what this whole venture is all about. It's promoting small businesses here from the community, for the community, and working with our neighbors and fellow business owners that There are so many small business owners and wonderful small businesses right here in downtown Wadsworth. It was just what makes this all possible.
And even Marley, before the show, a dog came by and a friend of Marley's stepped in and said hello. And I guess she was the employee of the month. Sorry, Haley, but you got beat out by the pet there, Marley. Is that right?
Oh, yes. So many people come in specifically, just walking through the door, okay, where's Marley? And, we have customers now that, regular customers that are already coming in, they have treats in their pockets, or they come here and they purchase treats from Three Paws, who makes our dog treats. And Marley tested out, we had 6 different makers that interviewed to come here with dog treats, and Marley picked out Three Paws because those were her favorite.
Wow, that is a great story. Great story
Absolutely.
indeed. Now, we talked about Christmas right around the corner, but the fall, we have 4 distinct seasons here in Ohio. And if I would come in middle of October or early November, would the store have a different look to it?
Well, within the next couple of weeks, it's going to have a completely different look.
Okay.
We're going to be getting ready for fall and for Halloween. And believe it or not, people are already asking for Christmas stuff. But I'm not ready for that yet. Let's handle Halloween and fall. And there's going to be so much difference in here. And this is a shop that you have to stop by often because everything changes. And it's also a kind of shop where if you see something and you like it, you need to get it right then and there because it may be gone and it may not come back.
And your vendors are aware also of your changes that the Halloween, I forgot Halloween, and the kids go bonkers with Halloween.
Well,
and
we're getting ready for Scare in the Square, so
yes,
that's
that's it. That's true.
And personally, I bought a few too many fall and Halloween decorations that are already in the store. I love Halloween. It's probably my favorite holiday, so.
You're not the only one. A lot of people really enjoy that.
And for your Halloween parties, we have nice charcuterie boards. This is made by Ann's Art with a Twist. Her name's Ann Hauser, and she is a local artist from here. So, and then if you want to get your goth on, we have beautiful, this is made by Pandora's Creations, beautiful different necklaces and stuff like that to really help you get into the spooky season.
We also have another season. That would be football season.
Yes.
That's right. So we have 216 Art. Allie makes these, and she's got a wide variety of Cleveland sports figures, Browns and Cavs and Guardians, and even some Ohio State. So and she does custom orders as well. We had a customer order a Jim Brown picture, and she painted it right up and brought it over to us. So. These things, and these are very reasonably priced for handmade artwork. It's amazing.
Miles Garrett, certainly a local hero, lives in Medina County, by the way. And I'm not sure about this behind you, David. I'm not sure about this banner, but yeah, we can cover. Yeah, there you go. Now we're talking.
Yeah, it's like a.
Yes.
And Miles loves these guys, right?
Yes, oh boy, he loves to pack those sacks.
Gary with Colorful Creations
Oh,
can
yeah?
do anything.
Wow, yeah, that's very nice.
Here, we'll do that.
We'll do that.
Yeah, that would be just fine. What would you like to say to the residents, David, of Wadsworth?
Oh, well, we have absolutely enjoyed and been thrilled to become part of this community. We've been welcomed by everybody with open arms, and we've absolutely fallen in love with Wadsworth. And we look forward to being a big part of this community for many years to come.
Janine, the same question to you.
For any other fellow Hallmark lovers, this is Hallmark City. This is your perfect Hallmark town. Come down, visit, wander, enjoy. You're going to be blown away. Especially come up the holidays, you're going to really see what I mean about Hallmark.
Haley, good luck your last year at Findlay University. We're looking forward to your graduation and know you'll do some big things. And thanks for viewing Bruce on Loose. Enjoy. I do the show because I learn things. I learn things every show that I do. Thanks for viewing.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.